crazy this stuff is.
Well, that goes back to the Mujahideen of Afghanistan. When
Sure,
if you look at the Rambo movies, at the end of the Rambo
exactly.
movies, they thanked uh, Osama bin Laden and the Taliban in after it's in the credits.
Charlie
And,
Wilson's war, right? Yeah.
yeah, and now they're terrorists. And then when you go, they label ISIS terrorists. Then they give ISIS a hand in Syria and Iraq, and they Boko Haram terrorists, and then they give them a hand in North Africa. And prior to America's presence there, they were not there. Why is
Exactly.
that?
Exactly. I couldn't say it any better. And so you have an American public that's still being told that we are in Afghanistan because of ISIS. When I think Philip Drawley, the retired CIA station chief, who now is head of the Council for the National Interest, he's anti-neocon, anti-Zionist. I think he pointed out a number of years ago that there were probably only 200 people left that had any degree of affiliation with ISIS at all who were in Afghanistan. And whatever really did happen to bin Laden, if you accept the establishment version of how he was done away with, which we'll just accept that at face value for a moment. I don't happen to believe it, but if you, bin Laden's not a factor, however he was ushered out of this world, that supposedly is the only reason we were there. Why do we continue to be there, right? And you go back to the whole history of this situation in Afghanistan, whether you're talking about the fact that Alexander the Great and Genghis Khan and the British Empire and the Soviet Union all found out that invading Afghanistan with conventional forces was not a real good idea. And yet the United States does the same thing. That's bad enough. But then when you get back to this whole thing with bin Laden, it's like, well, he was one of our boys when we were fighting the international communist conspiracy, but now he's a bum. Now we believe him, of course, to be dead, but he was no longer our guy. He became a bum. But, well, ISIS is comprised of bums when we supposedly are working against them in Afghanistan. But when we're using them in Libya, in Syria, all of a sudden they're terrific. And how does the American public not figure this out? I mean,
And
this is just beyond the